our food, our arts, our people.
We have what we have done in music, what we have done in literature, what we've done in education. We have impacted the world.
The culture is very, very sensual. It's very, very captivating. It's beautiful.
Caribbean music, calypso, dancehall, merengue, reggae.
The islands, the beaches, paradise. So many things, can't call them all, man.
For me, as an artist, it's a great place to come. It's very inspirational.
The people are warm, they're friendly, they're very welcoming.
You can never have warmth like how you have it around the Caribbean.
women.
Girls, friendly, ladies. Oh my God, the women.
Clear the way, don't ride it from.
There's so much culture here. So many islands, so many, different people, different interests. It's hard to hit it. You have to love the Caribbean.
What I would like to call is paradise on earth.
It's all about love and unity, different cultures, different ethnicities, beautiful beaches, sand, water, culture, cuisine. But the people there are amazing. You have small Indian community, it's predominantly black. There are whites as well, mixed. It's all about love and unity, man. And that's what the Caribbean pushes, and that's what we express in our music, man.
Barbados, Jamaica, Guyana, Grenada, Bahamas, all these great nations, which help to make up the great nation of the Caribbean nations.
We are still a little piece of Atlantis, and that's what gives us that kind of spirit of perseverance.
It's a beautiful fusion of cultures that's produced tragedy, it's produced comedy, it's produced incredible music and incredible cultural artifacts.
One love! It's a river that runs through all of us.
Columbus landed on what he called Hispaniola, which was the Dominican Republic, actually, right, and Haiti. We're talking back in 1492. What Columbus represented was the beginning of this exploration and the beginning of the colonial period, whereby you had all these European powers. They got to these islands and they wanted a piece of them. And what began then was this battle for who's going to control this, who's going to have ownership. Things didn't just start with Columbus. They started well before that you had a thriving civilization there and a thriving culture.
The Arawak and the Carib Indians were the native settlers. They were the first West Indians, if you will. When the Spanish first came across the Arawaks, the tribes were decimated because they were exposed to diseases and other things that the Europeans had built up resistance to. It's a common sad story, I think, to all parts of this hemisphere.
We have to say there was one thing that the Caribbean brought to the cultural landscape politically. It would be an international perspective.
Within our history, we see that we were people who are always fighting for our rights, for our freedom.
Some of our best leaders come from the Caribbean. Alexander Hamilton, one of the founders of the United States. He was raised in Nevis till he was 12 years old.
There were many powerful intellectual and socio-political thinkers who were consumed with imagining, a different life, a different manifest destiny for each of their, islands. Michael Manley from Jamaica. There were men like Forbes Burnham and Chetty Jagan from Guyana.
Proud to say that Eugenia Charles was the only woman to ever lead a Caribbean country. She was the Prime Minister of Dominica. And Stokely Carmichael certainly was a hero throughout all of the Caribbean, and so very many more.
Malcolm X, whose mother was from Grenada. Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman elected to Congress. Marcus Garvey with the UNIA and the Pan-African movement.
And a lot of people benefited from those great men. Even I and I myself. How long shall people be a living sacrifice, stand up and defend your rights? Those were words coined by the great Garvey himself.
Marcus Garvey did not win with what he wanted to do because he was ahead of his time. But if we look at all the black upliftment movements in North America, it was actually Marcus Garvey that inspired all of those.
The spiritual grandfather to them all was Toussaint Louverture in Haiti, who led the first successful slave rebellion in this hemisphere.
The first black country ever to get its independence was Haiti in 1804. Now you're talking about a group of Haitians taking the Napoleon army. And then, because those soldiers were so strong, America used them to fight for the Louisiana Purchase.
What all of these people share, I think, is that they never saw the struggle as being just about the Caribbean. They saw it as connecting to Africa, connecting to the world, and a sense of a kind of pan-African and pan-black consciousness.
You have to take your hat off to people that made you free, to people that risked their
lives. This season is Kaiso season.
Every island has its own celebration, whether it's crop over in Barbados.
F is the reason I'm here today.
The thing about the Caribbean and Caribbean people is that we seem to end up everywhere. We're a culture where migration plays a heavy, heavy part.
We've always recognized our ancestral roots. Rasta is another thing that we've formed in Jamaica and established it all over the planet. Anywhere part of the planet you go, you find Rasta.
We're big on being festive and the dancing. We love the dancing.
Yeah, a lot of
music,
dancing.
the parties.
Every summer, the big carnival season, which stretches from Carnival in Trinidad and in February all the way to Labor Day, in Brooklyn, that entire season is Kaiso season.